Welcome back, everyone, to our College is Age of Me Let's Play Minecraft series. This is episode 14 of our Let's Play series, and if you recall from episode 13, we were working on an automatic, or I guess it's a semi-automatic smelter. Hooked up with a charcoal generator or charcoal factory that we got off of another video from Minecraft with Dummies. It's working really great. We have a lot of charcoal already so far, but we still want to keep generating it. I did take out this hopper just because as this keeps generating more coal or more charcoal, we don't want it spilling over and smelting the items in these furnaces here. So if you recall at the end of the last episode, I did mention that what we want to do in this episode is find a way to be able to just kind of push a button. So it's not going to be smelting all the time. And really, as I had mentioned, if we had just let the items flow through these, or come out of the charcoal machine and just come out of here and in down the row, then all the items would just flow into this bottom chest because it's just the way that this whole thing was set up. So we don't want to do that. What we want to do is have a way where we can just walk up here, push a button, and all the items would smelt for us. Or whenever we wanted to, so that we didn't fill up the furnaces all the time with the charcoal, just whenever we needed it. So, and it would kind of do it all for us, and we didn't have to worry about, splitting up all the charcoal in our inventory, putting them in each of the furnaces. It's just a lot of extra work. So I wanted to take that step out, and all we want to do is push a button and have it smelt for us. So, as I had mentioned before we cut out in the last episode, we want to use the same kind of delay or pulse lengthener that we had up there. So let's go ahead and set that up. For this display, I think I just want to have, one stone button, and then just walk up here, push the button, and everything would work for us. Let's go ahead and clear out this area here, because I think, we're going to build it right in this area here. And then, so let's go ahead and do that. What we're going to use is the stone bricks here in order to set this up. And I think, you know what? I'm going to change the direction of this button and this block. Although, actually, you know what? I'm going to leave that there and then build it there. I don't want this one there, though. Yeah, I just don't know how I want it to look yet, because there's just a lot of things that I have to consider with this. Considering this smelter thing is in the way right now. We just don't want it to be in the way. We just want to walk up here, load up all the furnaces with our items, push the button, and just have it go. So, behind here, let's go ahead and put a piece of redstone just so that it will power. And then we'll have a redstone running down here. And you know what? I think this should work. So what we want is to feed into this block here. And you know what? These quarters are really cramped. I may be able to go down a block, actually. So how about we go down a block or two, and then we could figure it out from there. So if we go down a block, it'll feed into this block here, and we want to have our hoppers kind of go back and forth, if you recall. Okay. And actually, you know what? Let's do it the opposite way. Okay. So shift clicking into there, have this hopper feed into that hopper, and basically the whole thing is just going to be a little bit backward. So got our redstone torches. This torch goes here. Let's go ahead and put down another block here, and then we have 2 blocks this way. and actually think about that, it's in the way. Oh gosh. You know what? I'm going to think about this through a little bit longer, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we did move it around just a little bit. We want to put it in this corner. I think it'll fit a little better. So let's go ahead and make that hopper, that the hopper's passing the items back and forth. Got the comparator, so we'll feed the comparator that direction, and then also the comparator in that direction. And, so I gotta get back in the corner somehow. Dang it, I keep hitting my head. Okay. And now, we're going to feed the items. Let's see, a block goes here. We'll clear out those items, or blocks, and just make it look all pretty. So we need a block there. And we also want our blocks there. Okay. So redstone torch there. Redstone, redstone, and redstone. And then we also need another redstone repeater, and that feeds, I think, into this block actually. Okay, so what happens is basically we want the timer to last about 32 ticks, or sorry, 64 ticks. So in the amount of time that it takes the items, or I guess 64 of the items in this dispenser or in this hopper to flow all the way through. Where is that slime? Show yourself. Where are you? He's probably up there. Oh, no, he's down there. Drown. Okay, so basically we want the pulse to last long enough to allow a full stack of coal to flow through the hoppers, or sorry, charcoal to flow through the hoppers and power all of our furnaces. And by power, I mean fuel all our furnaces. So I do need, I think, a couple more redstone torches just to have them. And so what it takes is enough time for have 32 items pass from this one to this one and then back again. So let's go ahead and put 32. I have enough slime balls, so we could put 32 slime balls in there. We'll feed this one into a torch, and that torch into another torch. No. Is there anything behind here? Nope. Good. Okay. And so we'll have, let's replace this one with a stone brick, and then we'll have a stone brick feeding up here. And basically our redstone would then be feeding up into this item hopper. So let's check, but I believe it means that no items will be able to go into that. Or if it does, they just won't be able to flow out. Okay, so that's good enough. So let's get all of our redstone back and watch this in action. Gosh, I'm stuck. Okay, let's replace the hopper as well. So, again, what happens, I'm going to get that piece of cobblestone. I just have to have the cobblestone since we have this whole array now that we can use to smelt our items. But what happens is we push the button and the items are then allowed to flow off into the other side, and they're stuck here, and so our pulse lasts long enough so that the redstone torch goes in there and then powers this hopper, which means that, or unpowers the hopper, which means the items are then allowed to flow through it. And then the items are passed back. Once the 32 is done, then this ends up turning off, which means the redstone turns on, which means that ends up being powered. So let's go ahead and test it. Too bad I don't have a stack of 64 of anything, or more than 64 of anything. Let's see. Actually, I do have cobblestone in here. So let's go ahead and test it. Let's go and put in the cobblestone here. So the items are then passed into here. And let's just wait until we get 64, or both the stacks and the 64 in here. And then we'll push the button and see how much of it is left, which means there should be only 64 pieces of cobblestone left in this hopper here. And then so, that would be a good indication as to the, the coal that's allowed to go through. And then we'll pick it up later. So let's wait. It's almost there. You know, that's good enough. Let's go ahead and push the button. Okay, and the hopper timer goes. Cobblestone is allowed to flow through, and as you see, the lights are blinking, which means, okay, now the cobblestone is all in here. Oh, and I just realized there's coal up here, so look, all of these pieces are now being smelted. Cool. Although a little too soon. Dang it. Okay. Alright, good, good, good. I'm excited. And now what's left here is 31. Well, dang it. So that one has 7, 8. Okay, so we might have to work on it just a little bit more to increase the length of this pulse. In fact, do I have a repeater? Nope. I think a comparator, though, will also allow me to increase the length. So let me go to get back. Ah, dang it. How do I get over there? Okay, let's destroy that. Get another comparator, or replace a line in this comparator. I wonder, will that work? Let's try it. Although I need the redstone torch, don't I? Okay, that won't work then. So let's go back, replace that. Or I guess I don't need to replace it, but that feeds into a block, which has a redstone torch, which feeds into another block. There, there. And so now that one should be empty, unfortunately. But at least now all of our cobblestones in here. And so the comparator, that is, or lengthens the redstone signal for about a tick length. So that means that now hopefully it should last one extra tick, and will allow us to, get the full amount of, what is it called? Charcoal into where we want it to go. Hopefully. So let's go ahead and try it again. And the items will then feed through. And I'll get back to you once that's done. And then we can just reset this whole thing and make it look prettier while we continue to gather our lovely charcoal. Lovely charcoal. Let's go ahead and fill that in, because I don't think we need as much. I need more. Good. Because we don't want to waste all that charcoal. Okay. So now most of the charcoal then would be feeding into there. I don't even think we need that much. Okay. Now the rest of the charcoal should be feeding through. And that'll be good. But I'll get back to you in a second. Alright. So I believe I fixed it. I decided to replace the comparator with another repeater, so that we could actually extend the pulse. So I just put it on, it's a normal tick, so I believe it should delay it by an actual tick. I might be confusing all the redstone lengths, but I believe that should work. So let's go ahead and test it out. So right now, I guess in that hopper, that powered hopper that we have, it's all the cobblestone, and then we also have the charcoal that we've been feeding through it. So I'm going to put that back. Okay, so the cobblestone, it should just be able to flow through here, and we're just going to test it out. Actually, no. Let's replace this, take out the cobblestone, and just use the charcoal, because otherwise we already have charcoal in there. So in the furnaces now we have all our cobblestone, so let's just test it out. So all the items go in, all the furnaces turn on, and items are still flowing through it. They're still allowed to pass through the bottom, and yeah, I'm excited. This is really cool. And so all the charcoal goes in here. So what we should have left now is 7 pieces in here. So let's see that we have 7, and we do. And there's no more items in these hoppers, which is awesome. which means, yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. So now it all works. Let's just clean this up a little bit more. Just because I wanted to look nicer in there. Okay, cool. So now we have this that works. Again, we just push our button here, and the charcoal is allowed to flow, and powers all of these awesome furnaces here. And then once that's all done, we could just come by, pick up the stone, get the XP from it, put in the items again, and then push the button again, and that would just, that would be that'd be it. So I'm really excited because now we have this charcoal generator. So, what we do need is we do need more wood because we're down to just a couple of stacks left of the wood. But we do need a lot more charcoal in order to get this working. So let's go ahead and get our own or more wood. I know that we did it a lot in the last episode, but we need to keep this machine going, so we need a lot of resources. But I'm liking the way that this looks so far. So I'll be back while I go and do that. Alright, so we ended up collecting a bunch of wood from our little farm up there, and we've been smelting a lot. We have a lot of, just a little bit of wood left, but we do have a lot of charcoal. Let me see if I can see it. Come on. There. So we have, a bunch of charcoal left. That's the second hopper, by the way. And so the first hopper is entirely full of charcoal, which is awesome. We've been smelting up all this cobblestone. And as you see from my inventory here, I have a lot of stone that we've smelted already. So let's go ahead and take it back up to the surface. And also, I got this name tag, and what we're going to do is we're going to name that horse now. So, a lot of names have been suggested down in the comments, and I really do appreciate it. One of the names that I really like, and I think it's quite appropriate, or at least I feel that it's appropriate for the name of the horse, we're going to go with the name suggested by JRob4989, and that name is Clodfelter. And so I think that name is pretty cute. I never really thought that I would, that name would, or never really thought of that name. We were going to name it McMenamins, after one of our local pubs. Sorry, I'm trying to look for an empty chest. I guess I'll just put them in there. So we were going to name it McMenamins, but then another name was suggested to me, and that was Clodfelter. And so there's another bar that's located in the Corvallis area. That's where, by the way, I graduated from um, Oregon State in well, where was it? In Corvallis. So we're gonna name the horse Clodfelter. So let's go ahead and give our horse its name tag. Let's hope we don't get ambushed or anything. Okay, so let's give the horse its name tag, and look, okay, so now our horse name is Clodfelter. Um, wow, I haven't been up to the surface in quite a while. Sure, we did collect some grass, but beyond that, I've been playing a lot, and there just hasn't been a whole lot for me to do on the surface. So I think in the next episode, what we're going to do is we are going to, do more stuff here on the surface, just so that we can, explore a little bit more. There's a lot of resources that I haven't yet been able to reach, just because it's not very local. And there's a lot more stuff that I really want to do on the server besides working in our base. So I think what we might do in the next episode is find a way to make a path from our base down there all the way over to the Mesa biome. So we're going to make a path from our base all the way to that Mesa biome. That is a little ways, but I feel like we can do it. And I'm probably going to make an underground tunnel, that is, in order to get all the way over there. And part of the project I was talking about earlier with what we were going to do on one of the side walls and down in our mine was going to be a track, a station basically, to take us from our base here to wherever we wanted to go. So normally some people on servers make that same track in the nether just because it's a lot easier, because distances in the nether are a lot faster than all the distances on the real world. I mean, where 1 block in the nether is 8 blocks here in the real world. So we could travel a lot faster if we were in the nether, but as you can recall, I don't really care so much for the nether. So we're probably going to have some surface, surface tunnels, and that'll help us as well with lighting up that area. So we're going to work on all of that in the next episode. I think this episode's a little bit shorter, but that's okay, because I feel like we're doing some pretty good content here, doing a lot of redstone machines, and so this also gives me some time to think of some other redstone machines that we might want to build in the future. And so yeah, you can look forward to that. If you do have any suggestions for future episodes, like I keep saying, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I really do love your suggestions, and it does give me ideas for the future episodes. If you did like this video, feel free to leave a like down on this video and share it to your friends. I don't normally ask that, but I I just like I like to know what you guys like, so do leave that feedback in the comments. And I hope you have a great day.